At the tail end of 2019 and into 2020, the term stakeholder capitalism has become mainstream, where companies, as you know, are now prioritizing the interests of their employees and consumers first and foremost. During the COVID crisis, companies have really immediately stepped up and have started to respond to the different immediate needs that are there, even before government has asked them to do so. Do you think that stakeholder capitalism has a role that it's playing, and companies really understand that now more than ever, there's a huge responsibility for the private sector to act? Do you think that's been part of the rapid response, in your opinion?
If they hadn't gotten there by now, they're there now. My concern last year, late last year, when the Business Roundtable made that, magnificent announcement that shareholder value was being less of a focus, and actually all the other things about helping communities and people on the planet were far superior to that. However, where's the action, right? And I think watching corporations step up right now and hopefully keeping people on payroll, which is just as important in some ways as writing philanthropic checks, because we need to keep people in their homes. We don't want people to end up on the street. They need to have their health care more than ever today. So I think if they weren't there by now, then this is going to knock them in, because we're not going back to the previous world. I do fervently believe that we are now living in a time where community is first, as opposed to me, I.
And which companies stand out in your mind? What are the partnerships that have been formed that are making a difference?
I think when companies can form coalitions working together, that can, you're maximizing your resources. So wherever possible, it helps to bring coalitions together. We certainly see the tech sector stepping up and providing, I know HP and Dell and Google and Microsoft are donating hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of tablets and computers to patients in hospitals who are not able to be communicating with their loved ones because they're in isolation. Companies like Ford and GM that are actually retooling their factories to manufacture the needed hospital supplies like ventilators and masks and hospital gowns. We've seen loads and loads of luxury brands, LVMH, that just instead of making, Hermes scarves or Louis Vuitton scarves, they're making hospital masks. So, these are tremendously important and noble effects or noble goals that these companies are doing. However, there's also a reason to be doing it. We want people to survive so that we can bring an economy back where people have livelihoods and people can go shopping and dining out again. So it's almost like if they don't help, they're not helping themselves. We're seeing from some of our clients, but we're also seeing from companies everywhere, foundations, nonprofits, they're stepping up. And many are making big funding donations. Many are helping employees with healthcare. Every day I see another announcement from yet another company. We're all in this together. So, and we're going to get out of it faster if we all lend a hand. I'm still a big believer that the government needs to be the leader in this, but when that falls short, private sector definitely can and should step up.